Okay, so there was one time, I think I'm 11, and I walk up to my dad and say, I want to do something that no one else has ever done. And he advised me to copulate with a virgin. So today we're talking about my opinion on virginity. I think it's overrated in general. Goes well with white wine, not red wine so much, but definitely white wine. I mean, you think that would be counterintuitive, and yeah, it's a dumb look. Let me explain something to you first of all. From a biological standpoint, if you have had an orgasm, you're no longer a virgin, biologically speaking. Chemical changes occur in your body at that point, which cause you to, be a different person from a mental standpoint. And the power of an orgasm can be incredible if you haven't felt it before. So let's just get that out of the way. Now, societies have, there's a humming sound. It is a helicopter. And for the simple sake of finishing this video, I shall ignore it. Societies have some sign of a, oh, that is just annoying. Wait. Right. Still going. Huh? Okay, I think you can still hear it, but I'm going to go on anyway. Societies have an obsession with virginity with good reason. And, abstinence is certainly a wonderful concept, but I'll set that for aside in a moment. Now, my old man was a pervert. And I have to point out that he lost his virginity to a prostitute, which was purchased for him by my grandfather. You could tell I had a very interesting home life. Yes. Anyway, so, moving forward with this concept, he explained to me once the idea of direct lineage. And he said, look, you've got this guy, his name was Icky the Caveman, and he has his first son, Sticky the Caveman, and his second son, Diggy the Caveman, and the first son is more of a direct lineage than the second son. The reason for this is because he is more likely to be the father of the first son, because human beings have always screwed around. And, that's why the obsession with virginity is kind of around, because you want to be producing your offspring. In Africa today, there are places where a woman has a blade of grass, I guess it's in a tube shape, put up in her woman business, and her woman business sewn shut so she can urinate properly but can't have sex. And then when she gets married, that gets cut open and she can have sex again. And there are actually cases where women get divorced, have their woman business sewn up again, and then, when they get married again, it gets opened. During the Middle Ages, what they would actually do during marriage is, or at the consummation of the marriage, they would take the stained bed sheets, because normally when a woman, her hymen is broken, there's a small amount of blood, and they would hang them to prove that the wife was a virgin. And I've even read plays where it talked about people re-virginizing women by using pig bladders and sewing them in there. So there is an obsession with virginity essentially because you want your children to be you, your direct offspring. And, this is a good thing. So you would re-virginize people, and if they didn't have a kid, then that was obviously the guy that next de-virginized them was clearly the father. This is the thing about the ancient world, is that you were trying to pass on your genetics. And we've actually had a subconscious, semi-conscious, and completely conscious desire. What am I stepping on to do that? Yeah, there's an old receipt on the floor I left. Need to take care of that after this video. Anyway, so, like I said, we flash forward to modern day. Now let me tell you something. Despite the icky person my grandfather seems to be, my family has often joked that my mother married the wrong Neil. See, my last name is Neil. And my grandfather's name was Leland, and my father's name is Alan. I think he's still alive. Not dead sure. Anyway, so I think there may be some subconscious idea in my father's head that I may not be his son, but rather his half-brother. Because it's entirely possible that my mother boogied with my grandpa. Ew, but still not the most disgusting thing to come out of my family. At least, not on my father's side. Mother's side, don't know so much. Don't know that. But anyway, this is the thing. Virginity is a nature of purity. And they even talk about things that aren't human in a virgin sense, like virgin land. There's Virgin Mobile, and you gotta... Like, seriously, what you think about... That's a really weird name, Virgin Mobile. It's like, so you've never been mobile. You're virgin to mobility. Virgin land has never been tilled or never been used in a farming setting. And, I mean, you could even refer to a pencil before it's sharpened as a virgin pencil. This is a concept of something that has been unused or unspoiled. So, yeah, if you were going to pay 20 cents for a pencil, you'd want one unsharpened. You'd want the newest pencil possible. That's that thing. Now, again, I feel that someone's sex life is a very personal situation, and I'm going to grant you one thing. For us men, you get 3 men in a room for more than 20 minutes, one of them will start lying about sex. It is just, that is men. That is how we behave. It's dumb. I know it. We do that. And I have actually had women tell me they were virgins because they thought that would make them more attractive to me. It would have probably worked a lot better if they had said that they were single, because I'm kind of paranoid about that, because I've gone out with a lot of women who weren't. Just letting you know that. I mean, the most attractive thing in the world to a nice guy is not, I'm a virgin, it's, I'm single. You walk up and say to someone that you're a virgin, you're implying that you want them to remove you of this condition. So yes, virginity is a very private thing. It should remain a private thing. I don't know if it's even appropriate in general. Like, this is not something I discuss with my friends. It's just not. It's weird. It's like, whoa, when did you... No, I don't want to know that. I've already heard that from enough people. It's an unpleasant thing to talk about. But here's how it is, okay? Life gets on with itself. People come from varying situations and they become varying things. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not big on relationships in general, sexual or otherwise. And one of the many reasons is that, for me, I am not the sum of my genetics. If I were to get in a situation where a child could be possible, I need to be willing to raise that child. This is a personal thing. I mean, I believe in a woman's right to choose. I just feel that I should never make a woman make that choice. I feel that, if I were with a woman of any type, I should want to raise that child. And then I should be able to provide that child with an environment that not only carries on my genetic makeup, but my mental makeup. That carries on the positive aspects of my personality. So there's the thing. I don't want to come out with anything that's a half my child, which it's got my genes, but not my mind. It's that spreading yourself into the next generation that I feel is very important. It's just one of those things. I mean, I am such a departure from my family in general that this is what I've discerned over the years. May be considered something of a mild psychosis, but hey, that's life. In general, I think my father was a Freudian. He gauged everything by sexuality. When I had a problem, he made a dirty comment about it, which is one of the many reasons, again, many reasons why I'm slow to get into relationships and, generally very choosy about who I let in my life, because I've dealt with Freudians and they're really nasty people to deal with. More than one level. Yeah, anyway. So that's my take on virginity. If you're a virgin or not, I don't want to know. I mean, if you want to come over and share your virginity with me, be female and attractive at least, and maybe I'll consider that. But otherwise, no thank you. It's a little on the creepy side. All right, the camera cut off and it's question time. My question to you is, what do you think about preserving your thought processes for the future generation? Either through means of writing, offspring, or even science fiction where you transfer your conscious into a computer. What do you think? Do you think that there are people who should live on for eternity beyond their physical bodies? Look, that's all I got, okay? It's a crazy question, but I'm kind of a crazy guy. So, peace.